a bit since I've been on here to share. It really has been a very busy season of our lives, and I have a lot to share with you, from a pretty much finished kitchen to the lavender farm that we have started. So many good things that I've been dying to share with you, so stick with me here today and we'll get you updated. If you happen to be new around here, I'm Cami, creator of this Tidbits and Company YouTube channel and the tidbitsandcompany.com blog, where you can get a lot of ideas and inspiration for the keeper of the home. We are currently remodeling our 1970s cottage, which we lovingly call the Lavender Blue Cottage. And like I mentioned, we are starting a farm, which we are calling the Lavender Blue Farm. A lot of exciting stuff, and I hope you'll subscribe and follow along with me as we chase our dreams. So the first thing I'm really excited to share with you is our kitchen. I don't want to go as far as saying it's the finished kitchen because there's still quite a few little details, but I want to say the majority, no, let's just say the remodeling, the construction is done with. And so now we just have things to add, like light fixtures, dining table, maybe a little custom island that we might have built, or if I can luck out in an antique store. Anyway, just little things that we need to work on to finish up this space. But I'm really excited to share it with you. It's got a lot of color, a lot of personality, and I'm very thrilled with how it turned out. You'll have to let me know what you think. But before I give you the tour, I want to tell you about today's video sponsor, who I'm really grateful to be partnering with again, and that is Wild Grain. If you haven't yet heard about Wild Grain, let me tell you a little bit about them. Wild Grain is the first bake from frozen subscription box for sourdough breads. Yes, you heard that right. Bake from frozen sourdough breads. They also have artisanal pastries and fresh pastas. So many great things. Now, Wild Grain partners with small bakers and pasta makers across the country to keep the tradition of artisanal and nutritious food alive. Another thing that is really awesome about Wild Grain is you can kind of build your own box. They have a lot of options to suit anyone's needs or preferences, and you can really have fun and customize them. They have all their classic options, like their sourdough breads, pastas, pastries, you name it. They also have plant-based options, which is incredible considering they're baked from frozen. So a lot of great sourdough bread, fresh pastas, and pastries that are dairy-free, egg-free, vegan. So awesome that they have those options for those of us who may need that. They also have a whole line of gluten-free products, which is really great that they've provided so many options. When your custom box shows up at your door, you get it right into the freezer and it's there waiting for you when you need it. You can see a lot of the items that I got, cookies, hoagie buns, the croissants. I'm actually really excited about these croissants because a special treat for us is going on a picnic and having croissant sandwiches. Now, whenever I go to the grocery store, and look at their croissants, there's usually a laundry list of ingredients that I don't know what they are, but you can look at Wild Grain's croissants and see just a handful of ingredients, clean and pure, and these croissants are absolutely delicious. And I love that they're just in the freezer, waiting for the perfect moment to have a picnic with my family, to quickly bake up in the oven, pull them out, and we've got something to add to our picnic, whether that's a croissant sandwich or a croissant with some butter and jam. So many delicious options, and these are probably my favorite product from Wild Grain, and I like to just have them in the subscription ready to go so that my freezer always has them for those special moments. There are a lot of things that makes Wild Grain really unique and different from other subscriptions or even fresh bread products from the market. Wild Grain makes it possible to have sourdough products and all the benefits that come with sourdough, like the slow fermentation process that can make it easier for your belly, for digestion, and all that good stuff. Sourdough products can also help lower any blood sugar spikes that might come with more heavily processed refined flour or white flour. Wild grain makes getting a baked good onto the table super convenient and fast. Every item that you get from Wild Grain bakes in 25 minutes or less from freezer to table. That's pretty awesome for those busy summer nights where you just don't want to spend a whole lot of time in the kitchen. Something to also keep in mind is how they source their products. Now, Wild Grain supports the best small bakeries in the country by supporting small businesses, and they're very responsible with their sourcing. We already mentioned that you can build your own box and select your own items. But keep in mind that Wild Grain is fully customizable and they're constantly adding new items, whether that's seasonal or limited time special items, so that you can always try fun new things when you order your next box. I love that Wild Grain donates 2 meals for every order that is made. Meals go to the Greater Boston Food Bank and various organizations to fight hunger. They have a lot of fun summer products, from brioche rolls and pretzel buns. They have new macaron ice cream sandwiches. Wild Grain has you covered this summer, so order now since these items will sell out quickly. If I've got you excited to try Wild Grain, that makes me very happy. Go ahead and click the link in my description, or you can go to wildgrain.com/tidbits. Be sure that you use the coupon code tidbits, because that will get you $30 off your first box and free croissants for life. I mean, that's awesome. Thank you, Wild Grain, for that awesome offer for all of us. And again, go to wildgrain.com/tidbits and use the code tidbits to get those offers. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at the kitchen. She's all painted, trimmed out, looking good. Here's the spot where the dining table will go, and I think I'll do a hutch along that wall. In fact, I think I'll use the hutch that's in our little butler's pantry right now, and then replace that one with a smaller one. So that's the plan. I need to pick out light fixtures. I'm being indecisive about those, but they're important. So here it is, looking good. I will leave paint colors in the description. And of course, when I get this space all finished up, I'll write a blog post with all the paint colors. But as you can see, we added color to the doors and the trim and left the walls white. I love this look. It is so, what's the word? Colonial, primitive, cottage, all the things I'm after. It just feels right when you do this. You add the color to cabinets and trim, and the walls are white. You still get a lot of color, but you also get the brightness and the freshness that white brings. So here's the look down the galley kitchen. You know, I actually thought I would not like this style of kitchen, and many of you warned me that I wouldn't, but I am loving it. It's cozy, quaint, and now it's really pretty, so I love it. So you'll see these inset cabinets I've talked a little bit about already, but here is the finished look with the painted wooden knobs. This was all totally custom. We had a contractor build these on site, and we sketched it out, planned everything, and he did a perfect execution. I just love them so much. So up here, you'll see these shelves where I've just put our dishes. What the plan is we have some old wood that is getting milled down this week, and we'll build some open shelves that go on the wall, because I want all this nice countertop surface to be used for cooking. So that's what we had in the other house, were those little shelves. But in this kitchen, I don't have room to waste on anything on the countertop. So that's temporary, but it still kind of looks cool. And this is this kind of standalone cabinet that's made to look kind of like a built-in cabinet. That's where we have a lot of the appliances. It's kind of my appliance garage, if you will, that fancy term they're using these days. But I love having that over there to kind of tie the kitchen in together. And then this brick area, okay, I did say all the construction's done, but this is a little bit of the kitchen phase 2. So we're still waiting on a 60-inch oven that will go in place of these. And then we will turn this spot into some cabinets to hold a lot of the pots and pans, which will be really nice. And then our fridge is back there in the corner. A lot of you have asked me on this channel if I plan to paint the brick. And spoiler alert, no, I will not be touching that. I'm really inspired by historic homes. Now this was built in the 70s. It's not historic per se, but this brick is. They've taken it out of really old historic homes in the Salt Lake area in Utah. So I don't want to ruin that. To me, that brick is what gives it the charm, more of the historic look. So the only thing we'll be doing is carefully removing some for the oven that goes right there. But that's also on the fireplace in the living room adjacent. Actually, let me show you this. I've got my tripod and my roll around TV, but that's the same brick, and then it ties in really nicely right there. So it feels so right to me. I know maybe on the video it's a little bit jarring in contrast, but it really adds a lot of charm to the home that I would just not dream of taking away. I was actually about to show you the sink and thought, you know what? I need your help. I'm toying with different fabric samples to try to figure out what fabric I want under that sink. So I've got one of them up here, this green gingham, and then there's another one that I'm debating. So let me swap it out and you'll have to let me know which you like. I like both of them, but I've got to pick one. So help me out. What you're seeing here is just a linen tablecloth that I bought on Amazon. It's real linen, it's super pretty. It's already hemmed, which is nice, so I will just need to make the casing for the curtain rod and hang it up. But that's the green gingham. I think it looks really nice with the blue. And since we're here, I'll show off the unlacquered brass faucets. This beautiful limestone sink. I'm learning how to maintain it. It does need some scrubbing that I need to do, but it's gonna require a little maintenance, but totally worth it to me because it is so beautiful. I will say I really like the gingham pattern for this sink skirt. I've always loved gingham. My only hesitation, this is me just being stupid stubborn, gingham is really trending right now. And I always try to stay away from trends because I know they're short-lived, but I will say I've always loved gingham way before it was cool. It is very classic and timeless to me, even though it's having a moment where everyone wants it on their clothes and in their decor. But I think I'll be happy with the gingham for a long time. What's fun is I can swap out this curtain at any time, so it's not like a permanent fixture I need to be like super decisive on, but I need to know right now which direction I'm going before I get the sewing machine out. So let me show you the other plan. Now this is just a piece of fabric, but I can easily sew it up, but you'll see it's got these cute little floral prints on it. It's kind of the same green. I definitely knew I wanted to do some green. But here's the floral one. Equally as cute, but I want to use my sewing time wisely and try to decide. Gingham or floral, what do you think? They're both pretty good. And while we're on the topic of skirting, I also picked out some fabric for right here to cover up all of this. And then there's going to be another one on the other side of the pantry. So I needed a lot of fabric. So I already bought it and it's really cute. I actually just got it today, washed it, and it's hanging out on the clothesline. So let me show you that. But I think that'll be really cute to have a skirt right there too. Just feels charming and quite frankly is a lot cheaper than cabinet fronts. One of the main reasons we did it. What a pretty sight I just came out to. Bunch of hens in the background taking care of the bug population for us, and yards and yards of fabric. Let's get a close-up, shall we? This like gauzy cotton fabric has these beautiful little delicate yellow flowers on it. And I just thought against all that blue in the butler's pantry, it would look really pretty. So that's gonna be a chore to sew all that up. What a fun one. Mama Kitty wants to join us too. Some more unfinished projects out here, but we need to fix the siding or replace the siding that we had to take out for that third window addition. We're having a hard time finding the exact same siding and finding time. So it waits. I have slowly been organizing this space with the lavender farm that we've been working on. It's left me very little time in here to play around, but I've been anxious to get a functioning kitchen. So I've been slowly cleaning out the drawers from the construction and putting them back together. Like a drawer a day is about all I managed, but it's been nice to have a functioning kitchen finally again. It's been about 6 months since we had any sort of order, and I've been trying to cook in chaos and I'm just so happy to have what order we have done already accomplished and be able to enjoy my kitchen a little more. Let's take a look at some of the work I've been able to get done. So the guy that made the cabinets, his name's Brigham, he made one organizer for us, which is awesome for all the knives and utensils. Really great. There's soft close, hinges, it's awesome. This is gonna be the cup drawer. I still have some cups and boxes in the garage I need to unpack, but so far that's what we got there. This is kind of the container drawer. Very nice to have one spot for that. Here's another miscellaneous kitchen tool drawer, all very nicely organized where I know where they are without digging around. I haven't even filled these actually. So more room, which is always good in a kitchen. I got my cutting boards in here, empty still. Oh, this is gonna be the canning jar drawer. My little appliance garage, which is so nice to have the toaster in there and the blender. These are the two most used kitchen appliances for us, so I wanted them super handy. I'm washing the top, but it fits in perfectly, so you can take it in and out without moving the base. It's perfect. And I can slam them shut and they slowly close. More appliances in here. A lot of baking stuff that we need. I put these here because I plan on having a butcher block island right here, and I'll probably do a lot of my baking there. So I thought that'd be nice to have right by that. Water bottles. I got rid of a lot so that it would all fit in here. And then miscellaneous lids and whatnot. I've only filled a couple of these. We've got our rags, hand towels, empty, yay. I am so glad I have some empty drawers because I know there's more in the garage, so we got plenty of room. The butler's pantry in here is actually gonna hold a ton too. It'll be like the food and a lot of the bowls and things. So I love organizing a kitchen. I just need time to be able to really focus and think about it. So we'll get to it eventually. I just love this view. I can't wait till we have a dining table there. The wood that we're milling down, I think, will be perfect. It's very rustic and old. So I can't wait to work with my hubby to build that. But I just love that view with the extra window that we added, looking out into the backyard. Super, super pleased with how it came out. Now, how about a quick rundown on all the other balls that we're juggling right now? So we have decided to replace the upstairs shower in the bathroom sooner than later. It's getting so moldy and gross, and we got on the schedule of the guy who installs the cultured marble showers. So we're tackling that right now. Kevin has to demo it and build out the walls. Our oldest daughter also graduated, and we held a big graduation celebration party for her since she doesn't really, do the traditional walk with the high school. We got to highlight some of her talents, which are many. She loves to dance. She loves to sing. She's just so talented, and it was really fun to celebrate her on this special day with our family and some of her friends and the people that have really made a big impact in her life. So that was a delightful day and a lot of work and well worth it. Now let's talk about the lavender. That is what we've been doing the last 3 weeks, like all in. We received all 3,000 of our lavender plants. Actually, I keep saying 3,000 and Kevin reminds me it was more like 4,000. We're crazy, I know, but this is like a long time dream actually happening, and it's so exciting and exhausting and all the things, but we feel incredibly blessed. Friends, what I've been sharing with you today has a lot to do with long-time dreams. This home, this farm, our businesses, being together, doing life together. It's what we've been working towards for so many years, and it's happening, and it feels so wonderful. And it feels like our loving Heavenly Father is just sending down blessings in abundance. It's been extremely hard work, but we can't wait to see what comes of this dream in our home and this farm. Hopefully we can bring some of you here to visit someday. Big dreams, but I encourage you to keep on dreaming, keep on working towards those dreams and making them happen. Thanks for following along, friends. I'll be back very soon to share more inspiration for the keeper of the home.